Hello and welcome back to another episode of Swingnet Shins, your Premier League podcast stateside. Along with us today is Rhett. Rhett, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Eagle-eyed viewers might see that I'm wearing a flamingo shirt. I just got back from golf. It was not a good round, but
That's
it happened.
unfortunate.
And golfing is better than not golfing. So
I
there's
want
that.
I want glow in the dark golf. Anyway, that's
We
where I'm
kind of
leaving it,
needed it. It's starting to get dark in upstate New York.
and I want that. But moving on, um, today we're going to discuss about some match day 3 shenanigans, and for those who
Shenanigans
are
is what they were.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was shenanigans. And if you're watching, you can see the rolling ticker of the scores. Um, right out the gate, 7:30 match was the Arsenal and Brighton match, and this is a lot of people think this is Arsenal's blink. I am air quotings, and I disagree. It's the third match of the season, guys. Get over it.
It's the third match of the season, and I just that was Declan Rice's first ever red card. I'm gonna put on my Woodsy hat for a second. Chris Kavanagh hates us.
No, Chris Kavanagh hates life.
I
It's
know,
not just
but
you.
he
It just
takes it
hates.
out on Arsenal more than anyone else.
No, he just hates
No,
everybody.
He does. No, because Veltman should have at least got a yellow. I don't understand that. How? Okay, by the letter of the law, I understand how that's a yellow card. It's never fucking enforced. It wasn't enforced earlier in the match when Pedro. Oh, what was his name? João Pedro? Who I forget.
There you go. No, you got it right there.
It was João Pedro.
It was João
Booted
Pedro.
it 40 yards out of play. Like it was already out of play.
Directly to David Raya. I would say it's a pass right back to him.
Except for it was a throw-in at the midway line. Okay, so if we're not doing this equally, which is problem number one, and problem number two is why does Veltman get nothing for taking him out? And I know what people are going to say. He was trying to restart play. Ball was rolling, dude. Ball was absolutely still rolling. It would have been an illegal start of play. I'm not saying that Rice is right. I'm saying everybody's wrong, and only Rice got punished, and that's my problem. It comes back to what I was saying last season all the time. It's not that we don't have the rules in place. We don't have the tools in place. We do. We enforce them randomly and unevenly, and that's where the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say everyone who does anything to stop a restart of play gets a yellow card? Fine. I'm the guy arguing that only captains should be able to talk to refs. Yep. Start yellowing everybody who doesn't. But you got to do it the same way. And he didn't even do it the same way in the same game. It's not like, oh, man, that's Kavanagh. You got to know you can't do that.
No.
It's like, no, he did it 20 minutes earlier. It didn't matter.
It's like, good luck. You might get a red card by the end of the match or some disgruntled, disgruntled, but some wayward
it was a poorly reffed match both ways. Arsenal got hard done because they went a man down, but Brighton had plenty that they could have been upset about. Absolutely. Sure. That was a badly reffed match. It's a shame because it was a well-played match.
It was.
Brighton played very well.
That's what's most upsetting is the ref, Chris Kavanagh, calling you out because you're trash. He does this every season. He doesn't deserve to be in the championship. He obviously doesn't deserve to be in the Premier League. I don't even think he deserves to be in League One. Send him down to the National League. I know I skipped over League Two because I'm just cutting it short, but he's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So
none of it feels good. None of it was good. It's tough. I don't know how Veltman went the entire match without getting a yellow. This is the second time in 3 match days where someone did at least 2 egregious yellow card deserving things and did not end up getting a yellow card.
Yeah.
And that's not good officiating.
No.
If one of those happens for match week, okay, whatever. But it's not good officiating when it continues to happen. And again, I'm not trying to make this about, it happened to Arsenal, so I'm upset. I've been complaining about this forever. This is bad.
Yeah. If you're going to call delay of games as yellows, then it should be all delay games.
My other problem is the independent think it's called the KIM. I don't remember what exactly, but the independent board unanimously upheld that as a red card, saying as soon as Rice kicked it, there's nothing they could have done. The ball hit Rice first, and I do think that should play a small part.
No, it did not.
It did. The ball
No,
hit
it
the
did
back
not.
of his. The ball hit the back
No,
of his
it-
heel first.
No, it did not.
Aaron, pull up the
Right.
highlight.
I watched this 3 or 4 times already.
You're wrong.
It did
It
not.
hit the back of his heel first.
No, it did not.
Aaron, I swear to God, I will pull this up.
And then he went and flicked it away.
Yes, he did. He did, but it's still. Veltman threw it at the back of him. He flicked it away, and then Veltman took his legs out, and Rice got a red card. How is that fair? How is that
I
fair?
can't remember which if it was one of the Robbies or Tim Howard or somebody. They were like, you just need to get out of there. Everybody knows.
No
and that's
one
all,
does. Nobody does. Nobody does. It was not a fast break scenario. It was in their corner.
People always get yellow cards for obstructing.
No, they don't. João Pedro did in the beginning of the game. There were 4 separate times.
Stop. I didn't say delay game. I said obstructing free kicks like that.
It was an illegal take. The ball was still moving.
And what I'm saying is that he shouldn't have been there at all. Just move away. There's no reason to be there. He was moving
away. The ball hit him in the back of the legs.
Then why did he flick his foot out? Why?
Oh, come on. You're going to tell me why did he flick his foot out? Aaron, you're smarter than this. Don't give me that. Come on. I'm finding this.
Okay, you go out and find it. I'm going to move on because Southampton keep losing. I think they're never going to get out of the relegation zone. Ipswich actually pick up their first point against Fulham, so that's good for them to see. Their fan base there, they needed that big time. Forest and Wolves draw 1-1 as well. Nothing really there going on. It was just a match to be watched. City continue their dominance, picking up 9 points.
Yeah, City looking possible to beat.
Yeah, it's going to look real tough. And I guess that's part of the reason why a lot of pundits say, oh, Arsenal blinked first. Well, it's like City can still drop points. City isn't invincible, but they certainly, do damn well a good job.
My problem is
to be that way.
I was going to say Arsenal blinked first. And then they're going to be like, oh, man, Arsenal, they were never in it. Okay, so we either blinked first because we're in the title race or we weren't in it. You get one or the other.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool hasn't blinked yet. I don't know what that means because I'm still waiting for them to play a good team.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, Liverpool again have had one of the softest schedules in the beginning here. Excuse me. Again, I'm going to circle back to the Arsenal thing because I really think Declan made a kind of a bonehead move. Like the first yellow, he obviously deserved it.
Someone put a compilation together of all the delays of games that happened in Matchday 3, and Declan was the only one who got a yellow.
Well,
there were like 5 or 3 impeding a free kick, and Declan was the only one who got a yellow. And I don't want to fucking hear it. He was walking away from the ball. The ball rolled up and hit him, which was not even where the foul was anyway. He kicked it to the side, gets his legs taken out, and he gets a yellow. And all anyone has to say is he should be sprinting away from the ball. No one else did.
Sprinting. I said
no, but he's got to get out of there, and walking's not fast enough. So tell me, what speed is fast enough? Because walking away wasn't fast enough.
You know what? He should be doing wind sprints down. Get all the way back down to the other byline.
Should be standing on his own goal line.
Yes. Yep. Definitely. That make it so much easier. And you know what? Actually, this makes it so much easier. He won't have to do this next week.
That's the other thing, too. Right before that.
Yeah, so on top of that, he'll miss the North London derby. So that is a big blow. for Arsenal, obviously.
Here we go. Hold on.
Nope, I don't think you want to make my face bigger.
Of course I do.
No,
Love
I
your
don't
face.
need it.
I love your face.
Oh, that's nice. That's cute.
You're all of the intentional delays.
I fell over. Whack.
And then he throws his hands up.
Yeah, I thought the audacity of him throw his hands up like that was.
Well, there's this
also
one. He kicks it after. Doesn't matter. There's this
fine.
one.
That one
Clearly over the line. Nothing happens. Doesn't matter.
That's fine. That deserves a yellow. Hey,
He picks up the ball and walks away with it. Doesn't matter. No yellow. Picks up the ball, throws it behind him. Doesn't matter. No
that one
yellow.
deserves.
Him walking away. Nope. Kicks it. Come on. Come on. You're telling me that's the yellow out of everything we just saw? That's
why? Why was he kicking it away?
Why was he? They were tussling. The foul got called. He turned around, was walking away, yelled at the ref, that's not a foul, which every single player has done. The ball hit him in the back. He flicked his foot this much. That guy, two of these guys picked up the ball with their hands.
Well, yeah, the ball's dead. It's not.
That's a unanimous yellow card. Come on. Come on. That's a mess. That's a travesty. Enforce the rule every way. There should have been 6 more yellow cards. Fine.
That's fine.
Everyone gets a yellow, fine.
Yeah.
But don't tell me that he should be sprinting away from that. That's a mess. That is an absolute mess.
3 steps to his left. He doesn't have to do anything.
Sorry, he should have been looking around to make sure that he was out of the way. By the
situational awareness.
Ball was rolling.
Situational
and
awareness.
If he wasn't there, the ball would have rolled even further. Veltman had nothing to do with that. That's bullshit. You know what else is bullshit? Martin Odegaard and Calafiori both got injured during the international break. And
I did see Calafiori get like
even more
raked.
Dembele decides to fall, and to get the foul, decides to throw all his limbs as far out away from his body as he can.
Be honest, I'm kind of surprised he didn't get injured in general. Just like bones shatter.
He looked like a newborn gazelle trying to walk.
Yeah, right.
So there was that.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, I hate the international break.
Yeah, especially friendlies. This is like there's no purpose for this. Other than just being called up. And
no, it's the Nations League. It's very serious.
No, so it's
very
just
serious.
as it might as well be friendlies.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god. We care about the Euros, we care about the World Cup. Every other season. Every other season you get free soccer. In between, it should be guys getting minutes.
Yep.
And the guys getting minutes shouldn't be the stars. It should be the young kids. Getting caps for their countries, getting used to it. You see who has the mentality to step up, who doesn't. But instead, it's 60, 70 games a year for these guys.
That or you clip off like the least well-known cup in your division. So for the Premier League, it'd be the Carabao Cup. Just chop that right off. We don't need it.
Okay, but does any other league have 2 domestic cups?
I don't have that information.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't know.
Germany has the polka.
Uh-huh. And Spain has the Copa del Rey.
I don't know what Italy has.
I know they have something. I just can't.
Oh, I'm not doubting that. I just don't.
But there's no way they have a second. There's no way they have a second cup. No, everyone gets don't care about a cup. You're just mad because you lost. It's like, no, I care about the FA.
Oh. Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't.
How did the Carabao Cup even come into fruition? Well, yeah, obviously it's rubbing the fingers for money.
Well, that's what it is. You get a big enough cash prize by someone sponsoring it, and now suddenly it's seen as the first major trophy, and it gets awarded in what, December or January? Late December, early January, somewhere in there.
Yeah, some January-ish, I think.
Hey, it kept Eric Ten Hag in a job.
I thought that was the FA Cup.
Was that just the FA Cup? Well, I know he won the FA Cup last year. I meant 2 years ago. He's been on the verge of losing.
Oh,
since
my
bad. Did you bring up Ipswich Town 1, Fulham 1?
Yes, I did.
because I feel like you love that. I feel like
I do. I love the fact that Ipswich Town deserves to steal a point, 2 points away from Fulham.
you just
They
like
can
this.
eat it. They can eat it. I'm gonna
You
be
just like
honest.
this.
Obviously, everybody likes, and by everybody, it's just me.
Speaking of teams that are not doing well,
Chelsea.
okay, we can
Say
talk
you
about
rude to
Chelsea.
Crystal Palace.
I was gonna do
Eze.
Wolves, but yeah.
Oh well,
Chelsea.
yeah. Abera Eze. I don't know how that dude wasn't bought by any top team in any league. Like I get Michael Elise a little bit, only because he shows a ton of promise, but he's always injured just as much as Abera. But dude, he is so good. Theory me up.
And the theory is that Eze wanted to stay in England and he wanted to stay in the Prem.
Mm.
But no one else who needed him wanted to pay what Palace wanted.
Yeah, he probably would have.
Like he easily could have gone to Germany or Italy, but no one else who needed him wanted to pay, and no one else who could pay needed him.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's a phenomenal player. I love
absolutely.
Him. I think
he's so fun
I don't
to
know.
watch.
Palace, I don't know. Maybe they take pictures of you somehow. Because Wilfred Zaha stayed there for like 27 years before he moved down to like Besiktas.
They have like some dirt. They're blackballing
they
you to stay there.
I don't know what else it could be. I don't. Chelsea drew, and you know what? Chelsea's not doing bad. They're in 11th, which is exactly where they belong. Exactly where they belong last year. In more Chelsea drama, apparently the biggest issue now is that half of the ownership's trying to buy out the other half of the ownership.
Yeah, I saw that they wanted to buy out Todd Bowley's remaining contract.
Yeah, but Bowley's also trying to buy out. Oh my God, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Just call this episode "What's his name?" That's what I keep saying. Egg Bali or something like that. They're trying to buy each other out. It's two hostile takeovers at once.
I love it. That sounds like an American thing.
But no, Wolves. Wolves is doing horrible. And I know why Wolves is doing horrible, because Wolves drew to Forest. They lost to Arsenal, and they lost even bigger to Chelsea. And that's just They look lost against Chelsea. They're drawn to Forest. Yeah, it's not looking good in Wolvesland. I'm not ready to change up my my bottom three. I am. Everton's going down. I don't know who's staying up, but Everton's going down.
I feel like one of the teams who got promoted could definitely squeak in. I don't know if it's going to be Leicester or Ipswich. I don't think Southampton's going to have the gusto to stay up.
I think Southampton's the one who does stay up, and you know why? Leicester's going to have a points deduction, I think. That's the only reason
true.
why. I think Leicester's a better team.
They did say last season when they were in the championship that they were going to get a points deduction. I don't think anything actually came from that.
No, but I think they're still working it. And the fact that they're still working it, I think it's going to be bigger than what we saw from Everton and Forest last year. And if they get a points deduction, I don't think Leicester's good enough to overcome the points deduction.
No, I think they're...
Well, it could come down to goal difference.
Probably. It's obviously 3 games into the season. I can't say one way or the other, but hedging
bets look horrible. Yeah. They all look horrible.
Yeah.
Like one random draw might be enough to keep a team one fucking point above.
So what do we think as far as like what is the minimum amount of points this season in order to stay up? 33.
I bet 25 points. I bet
Holy
25 points keeps you.
Nike's Batman.
I really do. I don't trust any of these teams. Everton looks lost. Southampton's not that good of a team. Wolves has done nothing to impress me. You know, Ipswich Town managed to get a draw at home against Fulham,
which is what you're supposed.
I know that's what. Well,
you're not really. You're actually supposed to win at home, and then get draws away. Not the point. Point is
we'll know more. We'll know more later on.
It's
I
early.
don't think it's 38. I know the rule of thumb's always a point a game. I don't think it's 38. It's probably
Yeah,
closer.
that's why I said 33. I think that it will be your 17th place.
Again, because I'm expecting a points deduction. That's the main thing.
That's a fair.
If there wasn't a points deduction in the works, I
Yeah,
would say 35.
that's
I
fair.
mean, I don't know. I could see Wolves pulling it a little bit more together. And then Leicester seems to be a decent enough team. And you don't count out Jamie Vardy. I've learned
Not
that
at
the hard
all.
way.
Not unless he. The only way that Leicester win is if he drinks a Red Bull at halftime. The guy is just.
Of course,
He's a.
even then, though, even then, right? So, like between Everton, Ipswich, and Southampton, who who do you think's the best team, and how many points do you think that team gets?
I mean, Everton really. Just based off
So,
on paper. On paper,
yeah,
it's Everton.
currently the worst team in the league with a -8. They have Villa
Yeah,
coming up. The
yeah,
-8 is going to turn into a -10 or a -12.
easily.
And now it's, well, I mean, scoring 4 goals in the Prem. But now your best team will be -10 or -12 goal difference and 0 points for the first 4 games.
Yeah.
How many points does that team get over the course of a season?
I don't know. Luton did
20,
the same thing.
25?
Luton did the same thing, and obviously they got relegated. But um, I just think there's a little better quality with Everton than Luton, obviously, and that's why they stayed up. Everton.
I know that
Um,
there's better quality. I get the word quality, but it's also about what you do. You know, it's on paper, it's fine, but if you don't do anything,
no, I agree.
I
I
mean,
think they've hit up.
you and I are Americans. Why did we have to have a redeem team in the Olympics? We sent the 12 best players who've ever played basketball in their entire lives, and they still lost. You
Yeah,
know, like it matters what you do. By the way, Luton was 26. So that
yeah.
means last year, the minimum amount of points for safety was 27.
Jesus.
And I think that the 3 teams that are going to go down are worse. I do.
Yeah, Luton picked the wrong time to
Luton had
promote
Kenilworth
it.
Road, you know?
Yeah, they did.
I think Kenilworth Road is worth at least 5 or 6 points a season. I think it
Chris,
is.
they probably honestly all of those matches that they ended up losing after holding a lead, they probably could have stayed up, and Everton would have been the ones that go
Or
down.
stayed up with 32. So your point total to stay up last year
Yeah.
would have been good enough for 16th.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm talking about.
So we
It's
say
not.
that the quality of the Premier League is far and away better than most leagues, and I don't know if that's held true anymore.
I don't know if we have enough time to go down this road. I've had this argument with Nick Coos so many times.
Like,
He's talking about quality versus not, and like which league's the best. And he held that for the longest time, especially in the 2010s, the Spanish league was the best.
yeah,
And he said that was because Real Madrid and Barcelona at that time could beat almost anybody. And I said, yeah,
that
but you're not caring about 3 through 20.
yeah.
And we like there's no way to actually it's philosophical differences. Like there's no way to
Obviously,
actually make it.
I
I
mean
think the top end teams of the Premier League, right, on any given day, the top 3 or 4 teams of the Premier League on any given day could beat the top 3 or 4 teams of any other league on any given day. I think that the top team of each would be a pretty even battle, right?
yeah.
Excuse me. I think
That's why we got
that
Champions League.
4 through 15 or even 4 through 12, the Premier League teams win 70% of the matches.
Probably, yeah.
That's
I
why
want
I think that the Premier League's the best.
give me a tournament where it's like the 15 through 16, no, I went the wrong way. 14 through 17. Give me those. I want to see what that looks like. But it's only the top 5, top 5
The bottom
power
of the top.
conferences. No,
Top
the
of the
power
bottom.
conferences.
Oh, the power conferences.
Sorry, power conferences.
Listen, college football just started again, so we're back.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single game. I almost called it a
No,
match.
I have. Notre Dame got upset by NIU, which is insane to me. But that's not the point.
Well, you know.
I just like Brighton finished 11th last year.
Yep.
That's what that's what I'm talking about. Like this league is so brutal every single game. People say, "Oh, the point totals were bad." Higher point totals on the bottom end means lower point totals on the top end, and it means more parity,
Yeah.
which can be a more fun
entertaining.
League. Yeah, it can definitely be more entertaining, absolutely, but it doesn't mean quality, right? Like quality of league and parity of league are not the same thing. It's like precision versus accuracy.
Yeah.
You conflate the two, but they're not the same.
No, right.
I think that part of the reason why Luton and Burnley and Sheffield had such low point totals last year was because welcome to the Prem.
Yeah, that's
like every single day. Oh man, we finally get to relax. All it is the Amex away. That sucks.
super. Yeah.
I mean, look at you can go on a run literally in a month where you face any combination of City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa, Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle, Man United, West Ham. That's the top 8 last year. One of those teams, you're going to face 2 of those teams a month at least.
Yep.
That's brutal.
It's
yeah,
true.
I know we make fun of Man United. I made fun of Man United. We'll continue.
And we're going to in a moment.
United. Casemiro belongs in an old folks' home.
He needs to retire. Sao Paulo.
He needs to be put out to pasture.
Ouch. So does that mean he's going to Turkey then, or
no?
There's no speculation.
He's made so much money. I don't think he cares.
No, well, I agree. He did look extremely lost, and that's why United lost, 3-0. So,
did you see the presser with Eric Ten Hag?
I did not.
He got really defensive, like really, really defensive.
And the dude's getting canned.
Kind of blamed the players, but not really. It was not a good look. It was not a good look. It was basically like, how can you say that the tactics don't work well when the players don't implement it? It was basically
it's kind of not wrong, but
they're all your players though. Like that. That's what
I understand
that's what the coach says 4 games into his new tenure.
Yeah, I get. That's not something you say.
I mean, this is season 3 now.
3.
He's done 2 full seasons, and this is the beginning of season 3. I'm not trying to say he's done 3, but this is your play. You've basically recreated your Ajax.
Yeah.
You don't blame the players.
And they've technically gotten better in the back. Technically.
No. Well, maybe over the course of the season, but right now, no.
Purchases that say technically they've gotten better in the back. Not so much right now still. And I think that just comes down to, chemistry and waiting to see what happens later on. But, I would be shocked if Ten Hag makes it out of this season. I can't wait for it. Because then it's going to be like, who's the hiring? But that's a different story for a different time when it happens.
It'll be the same thing it is every time. They will get a stopgap coach. It'll be a Maresca's type signing. It'll be a Ten Hag type signing. I'm serious. They're out of legends. Who are they going to go get? Ollie was actually decent. The players gave up on him. So who are they going to go get that's a legend of the club? So they're going to go get someone else.
Oh, I was going to say Zenadon, but then I just want to see that happen, just for shits and giggles, man. At this point, throw whatever. Make it happen. You know what? Actually, bring back CR7 player coach. Perfect. Done.
Oh my gosh. That's must-see TV. That would be a mess.
Oh, absolutely. Mess. Please make it happen.
Speaking of messes, no real exciting fixtures this weekend. The only things in North London Derby.
Which is kind of shocking.
It's going to go one of 2 ways. Tottenham's going to show up and Ange ball the fuck out of Arsenal. Or Raheem Sterling, like 80th minute banger for a win. He's gonna have to play, man.
You know,
We are
raptor
too
the hell
injured.
out
We
of
are
it.
too injured. He's gonna have to play. It's gonna be a fucking Trossard false nine bullshit. I don't even know what's gonna happen
3 pens. I'm calling it
anymore.
right
I would
now.
love it. Oh, I would love it. We're owed so many pens from. Oh my god! It used to be a bullshit Harry Kane pen per derby.
Yeah.
If
So,
Romero starts, we'll get at least one. He's always good to give us one.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna miss Emerson Royale. He always fucking had an absolute shocker.
That dude's a clown.
He
I mean,
is.
he's the silliest dude to watch. It makes the oddest decisions.
If Malcolm's watching this, which he probably is, I don't know if he remembers, but I think it was the first North London Derby last year, and I saw their lineup and I saw our lineup, and I looked at him and I'm like, "Do you actually believe that this Spurs team's going to pull this together?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I am." And I looked at him like, "Do you actually believe?" He's like, "Absolutely not. It's not going to happen." It's just
And
it's I
that's the
don't
realist.
they don't have smart enough players, and I know Ange is trying to build it. And again, I like Ange. I'll sing
Me
the
too.
song. Don't get me wrong. I'll sing the song because it's a great song. Cheer up Postacoglu.
Yeah.
But it just I don't want to watch his career ruined because he went to Tottenham and didn't make it happen. They always are 3 or 4 players away, and they always buy one. I
Yeah.
like Solanke. I like Solanke last season. I defended him last season. I think he's very good. I defended James Madison for years. I think he's
I
good.
like him a lot too. It was
But
disappointing to see him go to the
it's never
Spurs.
enough. It's never enough. They always need 3 or 4 players, and they always get one.
Yeah.
They're like the guy trying to plug the holes in the ship, and they've just run out of fingers and toes, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like. What would they need right now? What is? I'm looking up their roster right now, and I don't know. I think that Odebear signing was kind of weird. I think he's okay. He's young, and that's really what that gives you. But um, I I've liked all of their signings that they've signed. In all honesty, I like the Dragusin signing. Basuma a couple of years ago signing. They got him on the cheap.
They did.
Madison.
They have some players who are quality, but the problem is when I look at Romero, when I look
Yeah,
at Pedro Porro,
head
when
cases.
I like Mickey Mandevin exactly.
Oh,
See,
dude,
I
I was
wasn't even
so
done. I wasn't even done, and you already have head cases because that's what it is. Basuma and Bettencourt head cases. Warner, Richarlison head cases.
yeah,
Kulusevski's a great player, great for a banger. Will be the guy who hustles the most on the field. Like
absolutely.
phenomenal player. On Min
Yep.
Sung, a little bit of a head case. Had a bad year last year, but he knows how to score. I like him. I'm
Yep.
not hating on him at all. He's
No,
very,
no.
very good. I would
He's
take
such a
him
cool
over
dude,
Gabby
too.
Jesus in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
phenomenal player. But you look at the other thing. Madison can't stay healthy. And look at their midfielder. Madison can't stay healthy. That leaves you with Bettencourt, Basuma, Sarr,
Bettencourt can't stay healthy.
Odebar, and Birdwall. Head case, head case, head case, and then 2 guys who just are straight up not good enough to start Premier League games. And when they all click, they can make beautiful Ange ball.
It's so nice
They
to watch
can,
too.
but they won't do it consistently.
Well, they switch off a lot to it during, they'll get a goal and then, and this has happened every match. It seems like every match so far, where they'll go ahead first, they'll put all that effort in, and then give it right back within 15 minutes because they just turn off.
I would not be surprised if Spurs score first in the North London Derby. But if they score inside the first 10 minutes, it will be 1-1 by the 20th.
Yeah, I totally agree.
They just don't have the mentality. You know who they remind me of? They remind me of COVID ball for Arsenal. the exact same issues.
Yeah.
You have individual players that are talented, but
Yep.
head cases, a lot of them, and cannot stay turned on. And it drives Ange crazy. You saw it drive him crazy last year.
Oh, yeah.
It drives him insane. Also, so Solanke, I haven't seen anything. I'm going off FOTMob, so if there's new news, then there's new news. I had 10 meetings today at work, so I haven't had time to do anything. But Solanke is doubtful towards the end of September. Richarlison, which, I mean, come on, who cares? Also the end of September, and Basuma's doubtful. So Solanke, who's the only guy right now in their attack, apart from Son, who scares me, is doubtful. So it's going to be Son and Kulusevski, which, again, is not nothing. But I just, with the midfield that they're going to have behind them, I can't trust them to stay on. They will be beautiful for 10 minutes. That's got to be frustrating.
Apparently, I'm reading from LondonWorld.com. That means anything for anybody. It's probably a third tier resource. That Postecoglou is confirming before the break that striker Dom Solanke would be available after the international break. So it's a toss-up. We'll see what happens on match day. Dom Solanke is close.
Yeah, I'm seeing could.
But will err on the side of caution. He won't play this weekend with the international break coming up. We've decided to wait until after that. So that's a direct quote from Postecoglou. So we'll see. It's going to be one of those, like, is he going to be on the team sheet or not before, what time is it? At 8 o'clock for Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, no. They have to do it like an hour and 15 now? They
right,
update.
that
It's
is
like
true.
an hour and 15.
That's true.
So I'm seeing from the Spurs.news that they're expected to be fit.
Are you going to have Arsenal going to have
Yahoo
any players?
Yahoo Sports is reporting on Tuesday, so yesterday as we record this, that Solanke, Richarlison, and Van de Ven are now most likely to miss. So who knows? Like you said, 50-50.
It's a toss-up. They're trying to keep their cards close to their chest.
I was going to say they're doing Belichick.
Yeah.
At one point, I think Tom Brady was doubtful for every game for like 9 straight seasons.
Yeah, well, you have to prepare for 2 quarterbacks.
I don't know. Jesus is supposed to allegedly be back. Rice is suspended. We know that. Odegaard's going to be out.
What?
Mourinho's going to be out. Calafiori's doubtful.
Jury and Timber injured too? I know he got injured last.
He's playing. He's playing. Although we don't get to wear red. Did you see that? We're not wearing red for the North London Derby for the first time in years.
You wear the 3rd kit then?
No, they're wearing the black kit. 38 years. First time in 38 years. And their reasoning is that there's too much white in this Arsenal kit. There's less white in this Arsenal kit than there was in the 21-22 season, and they didn't care then. So I don't know if someone complained after that match or what.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that. That's
just, it's the white versus blacks, the North London Derby. That's the way it's always been. All right.
That's messed up.
It is messed up. Everything's messed up.
The world is messed up. No, it's not, guys. It's okay. We're fine. Just you live your life. But at any rate, that has been another episode of Swinging at Shins. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we would appreciate if you shared us out to the world too. Just take that one extra step. I know it's a lot.
Comment. Tell us what we did wrong.
Sorry.
Tell us how we're ugly. Say how much you like my flamingo shirt.
Yeah, tell him that. Yeah,
How
please.
much you didn't?
And drop some questions if you want your questions to be heard. We didn't have any questions this week, guys, because part of the reason was my fault. I did fix it, but it was my fault. Right hand up accountability.
It's been a week. We ended up recording on a day that was tough. That's what happens.
It does.
Now, when you guys like, subscribe, and share enough, and then we get paid to do this, think of the content you'll get.
The most content, guys, ever. We can do things.
You guys have a good one.
Don't forget to tip your bartenders, folks.
Peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. Links for anything that you could be interested in, whether it's the YouTube channel, our podcast links, our social media links, everything's in the description below. Thank you very much for listening.